Hello guys, how you doing? Marcio Barbosa here. Today I just want to talk a little bit about beginners. How do you begin in the sport? A lot of people ask me about it. What's my opinion? And I can say with all the experience that I have, uh, the best thing for you to do is to find the closest club where people gather to arm wrestle to practice. Practice, it's gonna be your most important thing when you start, because you gotta build that strength in your tendons. You gotta get used to those pressure, that you can't have in a gym, for example. However, I think also gym is important simply because you need to strength. You have to be well conditioned in all areas. This is my opinion, right? My personal opinion. Like your big day of the week will be the day you go to practice. So practice is the most important thing, because you need to learn, how to apply your strength. And this you can only learn by practicing, right? I have a good group of guys that they don't want to just smash you, but they want to teach you how, or so how to they will help you to find where is your strength, and if you're gonna be better at top rolling, hooking, or whatever the case may be. But it's just gonna help you, grow in a sport. Um, that's why it's very important to choose the group of guys you're gonna be training with. The second thing, once you get this group of guys, you're gonna learn, like I said, how to apply your pressures, back pressure, side pressure, all the vectors that you have to work in practice table. And once you learn that, you should add training with weights also. Of course, mostly in specific areas, but I also think it's important to train other areas of your body, because when you start competing tournaments or challenge matches, you're gonna see after a long day of matches, your body will be like, oh, you're gonna feel pain everywhere. You're gonna even feel pain in your leg. I'm like, man, how am I gonna feel pain in my leg and my back? I only use my arms. And no, once you go to to a big tournament, when you spend a lot of energy, because you tie your whole body, it's a block, your upper body, but also your legs, everything else. So whatever is weaker, you're gonna feel, some type of a pain or discomfort. So my suggestion is practice, learn how to practice, how to apply your A game, your B game, your C game, learn how to arm wrestle, and then start training. Because people wants to start. Some people like, oh, can I start training in a gym and then practice sometime? No, you gotta go to the practice first. Practice, learn how to arm wrestle. Don't and then go to a tournament. Because sometimes I see a lot of people like, oh, they're training for a month, like they've been doing like 2-3 practices, they want to go to a tournament. I don't I don't recommend that, because your body, your tendons are not used to those kind of pressure. Uh, if somebody asks me, oh, how long I should be practicing before I go to my first tournament, I would suggest, if it's possible, like 6 months, because with 6 months you're gonna have time enough to get used to those pressures, here and there, and you're gonna be ready. And once you have that, you definitely need to compete, just to see what you're learning in training and practice. You learn how to apply it in a real match. So tournaments are great for that. But like I said, it's once you learn the practice, it's good to include weight exercises. Then you can train your vectors, your rising, pronation, supination, your cupping, and everything else. Side pressure, back pressure. You can increase all that, but you can also, like I said, train the rest of your body. Nothing crazy, just for conditioning. Because if you take the sport serious, you have to be training like an athlete. It's not easy, right? If you have to work like me, I have to go to work and I have to do a lot of stuff and still find my time to train. It's not easy. Some guys are lucky. That's why the best guys in the sport today, they have a full time to train, only train. I don't have them. I don't have that, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So I hope I answered some of your questions. Guys, if you have any questions, more questions about any subject, just let me know. I'll make a video about it. I hope I help you guys, right? Thank you.